Wait, wait, he's getting down.
Oh, I'm sorry, man. You wanted the knife, I'm sorry. Counter-Strike Global Offensive remained popular all the way from its release. It just never seemed to stop. Sure, it had some dips, but then it just came just with the addition of skins as well. It just kind of sent the whole industry it just went nuts. Basically, CSGO just became extremely popular and profitable. But over the last couple of years, support for CSGO kind of dwindled. You know, there was a couple new maps every now and then created by the community that got updated, and then he made some quality of life changes. And after all the CSGO skin gambling stuff, all that controversy, which people seem to have forgotten because everyone likes T Martin and, you know, all them lot. But as I'm sure you've already seen, it happened a week ago. Counter-Strike 2 has released. Well, it's not released, it's in beta. And I was very lucky and got into the Counter-Strike 2 beta. Why I got picked and not like some of the pros and all that, I don't really know. I just got lucky, I guess. I just booted it up and there it was, you know what I mean? So why not make a video about it? Let's see how it is. Now, I want to be clear, I only have 1,500 hours in CSGO or something, but I also have 1,000 in CS Source, so I guess I like the game already, you know, just a little bit. I'd like it a little bit, but I'm no means a pro or like a dedicated streamer to it, so I don't know everything about the game. I don't know what the best things to say or whatever. I'm just going to give you my own opinion about it, how I feel about it. Is it better, and is it really that good? You know, that kind of stuff. First off, the update brought a sweep of visual changes and upgrades. Some changes, not a massive fan of. I definitely preferred the contrasty look to the original CSGO. I know many people complained about visibility and all of that stuff, and I totally get it. I'm not going to say it's better. The old style is better. The new style is better, but I personally preferred the old style because, you know, I just like contrast. I don't know why. It just looks good, you know what I mean? It just looks good to me. The color's got a bump up. It's very saturated now, which is honestly a good thing. I do like the color changes because when you look at CSGO, it is a bit dead, isn't it? It's just everything's super brown or grey or whatever. And most people had like plugins or whatever just to boost the saturation of the monitors and stuff like that, or specifically CSGO, just to get a more colourful looking game, basically. So the visual changes, absolutely great. I think they're great. The smokes are now dynamic objects in the game, so you can interact with them. So once you throw them down, but everyone sees the same thing. That was an issue with CSGO because the smokes wouldn't look the same on everyone else's screen, you know what I mean? But now they look the same. Everyone can interact with them. You could throw a grenade to blow it up. You could shoot through it. I got shot through it 3 times somehow. I'm pretty sure there's a wall hacking glitch right now, so that's great. But yeah, the smokes are really cool. I really like it. I like the changes to the flashbang. Gun models are definitely better, but I will say in the beta right now, I feel like the gun is too close. It's like they took the field of view, or the view model field of view, whatever you want to call it, and they've just shoved it in your face. It's like -60 or something. It's not that bad, but I just noticed it. It's like really close up compared to CSGO, and I definitely don't like that. I want the option to change that. Maybe there is an option, I haven't really checked, but I definitely want to change that. And obviously they focus really hard on the models of the guns. They do look really good. Even the default skins look really good, so much better than what they were. I really like the look of the Deagle. Looks pretty much the same, but it just looks more well, realistic. That's the whole point of it, I guess. Pretty much every gun looks more realistic. The models are really detailed, depending on your settings. And, you know, they just did a really good job. Gun sounds, AK, not a massive fan of the AK change. I'm already used to it, but I definitely prefer the original AK change. I mean, people say, well, it didn't sound like a gun. It did sound like a... I don't care. I like the AK sound. Leave me alone. But the new sounds are good. You know, there's nothing to complain about. They sound good, they feel good, and everything's pretty much the same gameplay-wise. So right now, you can only play on Dust 2 with the beta, which is perfectly reasonable. I play deathmatch and competitive short rounds, because long games are just too long for me now. I ain't got the patience, you know what I mean? And from how I played, it felt pretty damn good. I'm not gonna lie to you. My only main issues with it was there was a lot of frame drops for me. It didn't feel anywhere near as smooth. I've seen a lot of people say the game feels smoother, but at the same time, they've lost frames per second, so, you know, it doesn't really add up to me, and I can definitely feel the frames dipping. I have an RTX 3060 Ti, Ryzen 5 3600X, Ryzen 5, yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter. But the point is, there are lost frames. You're not gonna get the same performance as you did with CS:GO unless they make some changes, in my opinion. While the loss of frames is a pain in the ass, I'm not gonna lie to you, I still found it to be smooth. It's just really noticeable that we've lost frames. You know what I mean? So it's still smooth. It still plays smooth. Like, it's not like you're gonna lose 60, 80 FPS or anything like that. But it still feels a little off to me. But as I said, you've only got Dust 2 right now, so we can't really access any of the maps they've completely redesigned. And you also can't, you know, get on like Nuke or something, you know what I mean? You can't see the small changes they've made, but that could change how the game is played, you know what I mean? So I can't really talk much about that. I will say Dust 2 is basically the same. Shocker. Dust 2 is a fan favorite if you don't play CSGO or Counter-Strike Source or any of the CS games. So, you know, that's good that they've kept that the same. Definitely looks different because of the saturation. But, yeah. Now, this is the big issue. I wanted to wait till the end to talk about this because it is in beta. I want to make that very clear. It is in beta. Counter-Strike 2 right now has some pretty serious bugs, especially when it comes to walling. There was a recent bug that was discovered. You could type something into console. I'm not going to tell you what it is. You could type it in and it unlocks wall hacks, basically. And pretty much anyone could use it right now. And the chances of you getting banned for it, pretty unlikely. It's a beta. You're technically supposed to find those things and report them, but, you know, people are going to abuse it because people have been selected completely at random, it seems. So, you know, it is what it is. Is Counter-Strike 2 really that good, you know, right now in beta? Yeah. It's basically CSGO, but, you know, visually better. And that's cool. I like that. I like it a lot. It's just the bugs right now in beta. So hopefully they can get that sorted out by summertime, and yeah, hopefully we have a fairly smooth launch with Counter-Strike 2 and see how the pros like it. They'll probably find something to complain about. They're pros and streamers. That's what they do. That's why they get paid. Anyway, yeah, cheers for watching. Really appreciate it. Smash that like button and maybe even subscribe.